Policing Inquiry, Tranche 2, Phase 2. We've been listening to the live evidence of Tony Waite, a Detective Chief Inspector of the SDS. I'm joined by Donal of the Undercover Research Group. What have you made of Tony Waite? I mean, he was manager in the early 80s. We've seen a lot about this 1983 Special Branch report into police accountability and the Greater London Council, something which initially he said he had no memory of at all, but then as time went on with the questioning, it seemed clear he was fairly familiar with that.
Yeah, I think it's worth going back a little bit. Like this is a report that we discovered was released early on and created quite a lot of shock because it shows wholesale monitoring by the police of their critics, and it was clearly anybody looking on the face of it could see it was out of order. Yeah, but even the government of the day, even Thatcher's government that they were in, this is too much.
Yeah. So very clear, that Home Office letter, very strong.
So like it's worth going back. This was something that was written about previously. Like we did something with Nepal, covering it, just going like this is major. Come back to today, and they start going, let's go through this. It goes up the line. The police are going, great. This is great reporting. But after critics slandering them, saying they're just after grants, not politically motivated. Goes up, gets to the Home Office, and the Home Office goes, no way. Knocks it right back down. It says and it was quite clear. It's like, you shouldn't be doing this except in these conditions. Bar takes him through the process, and it's quite painful. And eventually, he's just before the break, he goes, yeah, we ignored it.
Yeah.
And this is just like, I was just sat there going, he's just said, the Home Office has directed it, and you just ignored it.
Yeah, he said they were so used to basically they could report everything to Box 500 and let them sort it out. It was like, kill them all, let Box 500 sort it out.
Box 500, MI5, just for clarity.
It was very blatant. I mean, it was, like you say, it was quite painful. It was quite long-winded. Another thing which came up was we saw the papers on Stefan Scott and his previous deployment in Heathrow Airport. And I'm basically D.I. Gray just goes, he's fucking awful. He doesn't do any work. He's useless. Blah 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 blah. And then he goes straight into SDS. And Tony Waite says, we never read the documents. We never bothered.
Didn't have to, because they all know each other from the Freemasons.
Yeah, I mean,
if you don't like that, come after me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but there is something stinks about Waite's defence of Scott.
Oh, he liked him. He worked very well.
He really liked him, and it was quite clear. It was like there was a problem.
Yeah.
We'll come on to it later. There's a cabal.
Yeah. I mean, there is a really podcast episode. There's a podcast episode Donal has done with myself. I forget what number episode it is on the Spycops Info podcast about Stefan Scott. I mean, he's basically an organised criminal, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, is Tony Waite part of that organised crime?
Well,
who knows?
Tony Waite's not part of that organised crime, but like so many. You see this pattern again. It's worth reading some of the books like Bent Coppers and stuff on it. It's like there's bent cops. They're the cops, and they're being covered for by the seniors who don't want the scandal. Actually, like there's probably kickbacks, we don't know, but there's clearly something going on. It's like everything is brushed under the carpet, and Scott and Waite fit that profile quite clearly. Yeah,
very much. It's quite slow going today because of Tony Waite. So I mean, was there anything else apart from that one report and the Scott stuff?
Very hard. He doesn't remember much, and it's quite obvious he's clearly very elderly. I know the inquiry's put out. I've got a second statement from him already regarding his time later when he's higher up, not just overseeing, not just head of the SDS, but was overseeing the SDS. So I think there's a concern to get evidence from him
before he dies.
He's clearly not well.
We've got this 15-minute delay now rather than the usual 10-minute delay, so I would imagine as we're talking I'm still posting tweets and you're still probably watching the YouTube video. But there has been one breach. I was really unclear what it was about.
I couldn't work out what it was either.
Yeah, so I mean, this is going to happen more with the managers. There's going to be references to things that we've never even heard out in the first place. So when we get a little bit of information, we don't recognise it. So I mean, this is going to happen.
Yeah, definitely. And I think they are very the inquiry is very alive and worried about the fact there are going to be more breaches.
Yeah, they're quite concerned. I mean, somebody put it to me. It was, it's because the senile breaches were possible, which are very rude about older people, and I wouldn't have said that myself, but that's what somebody else said, which is a classic Spycops defence. But expect more.
I'm just reporting what somebody else said, not the fact that I'm a sexist.
Or in my case, ageist. I'm not ageist. I'm going to be old soon. I'm old enough already. Look at it, I've got white beards. Anyway, I think that's it. We'll be back at lunchtime. A bit more to say then. Cheers for joining.